Hello, my name's Charles and welcome to ShopFreeMart's YouTube channel. Today we have an audio broadcast. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, and if you wish to be notified of upcoming audio broadcasts or videos, click the bell icon as well. So without further ado, let's listen to today's broadcast.
Hi, everyone. This is Dick Atwishin from Florida. So today, our presenter is going to be Elain Askins. She is a longtime advocate of natural remedies. She is an ambassador and a founding member of FreeMart. She is also one of the leaders who has stepped up to take over the corporate calls that provide education and inspiration to all of us. Elain, it's all yours.
Well, thank you, Dick, and hello to everyone. This week, I actually got confronted this past week with so many illnesses. It is just so, not on my own, but from people around me and people that are close to me. And it's a little disheartening when you see it happening. I had a friend that went into the hospital with just a multitude of things, and a lot of it came down to dehydration. And it's the kind of thing that you talk about all the time, and people hear it, and they just kind of take it lightly because dehydration is something that has not been really in the forefront for many years because the medical the society, really, I would say, didn't even, I don't think, recognize it. They were looking at a lot of other things, looking at the kind of symptoms that people came into emergency rooms with. And now more and more people are beginning to realize that these things are rooted in dehydration. And in dehydration, it means that there are certain minerals also that are not being introduced to our system. We are living in a world right now of fast foods and processed foods, and the white foods, and the white flour, the white rice. We are living with that. We have toxic buildup in our bodies. We are living in an internal environment that's just full of diseases that's just growing and manifesting itself simply because we're not cleaning it up. We have drugs to address the outward symptoms, and we have side effects from the drugs. And then we have more drugs to address those side effects. And then we have surgeries. And then we have early death, or people living in less than optimum health, living in a manner which sometimes they even feel as if they were dead because they're living in so much pain and so much stress and so much disorder. But I want you to think about this when we talk about minerals, because this company has the best in the pure minerals and in the right size for it to get into your body. Great men have said most, if not all, disease or physical ailments can be caused by mineral deficiencies. When the right minerals are present, the body has a greater chance of healing itself. If your body fluid pH level is around 7.4, it is less likely for you to get sick or have disease in your body. Most minerals taken are too large. Sometimes you tell people about the minerals that you have in ShopFreeMart, and they say, oh, my doctor prescribed this, or I got this off the grocery store shelf or the pharmacy. I got this, I got that. Oh, I can get it right out of the store. I had a gentleman to tell me that, he loudly proclaimed in one of our presentations that, oh, I can get that stuff off of Amazon. I don't need to get it from there. And I said, don't talk too loud. Don't let people hear you saying things because you're ignorant. We don't want people to hear you talking ignorant. I could say that to him because he was a friend of mine. That same person, literally within the month, ended up in an emergency room. And he texted me because he missed a meeting that we had, and he texted me to tell me about all these symptoms, too much information that I wanted to hear, but he was describing all the things that's going on with his body. And he said, that's why I couldn't make the meeting this morning. I said, well, okay, I'll let you know later. I said, okay, in my head I'm thinking, he's dehydrated. So when he texts me back again, oh, this is still going on, and they have me waiting a long time. I said, you know what? You're probably dehydrated, and I'm sorry about that, but you're there now, so they're going to do something to help you. Oh, I can't be dehydrated. You know how much water I drink. I told you that before. I don't need that stuff that you're talking about. Okay, hey, I hope the best for you tonight. Before the night was over, he didn't call me back this time. He texted me back. I know he didn't want to say it to me. Guess what? I'm dehydrated. I don't want to be right. I just want people to think about it and try, not reject things. Dr. Stan Harrison talks about that in his recording, about people rejecting knowledge. And if we can get folks to just give a try, we know that most of the minerals that we take are too large. Therefore, they have to be manipulated to get into your system. If you look on the back of some of your things, you'll see the kind of manipulative things that are put into those pills to help them get into your system. And now you have all this extra load of stuff that's going into your body. These things cause blockage in your arteries. They cause hysterectomies and fibroid in the breast of women. So women walk around with that. Because of the stuff in our food, such as growth hormones, antibiotics, preservatives, and pesticides, we see our children are just overweight. They're unhealthy, and they're reaching puberty quicker than you remember years ago. You saw a 10-year-old, you knew it was a 10-year-old. Now you see 10-year-olds, they look like 15 and 16-year-olds. Their bodies are maturing much quicker than their mind matures. This is a problem. Our car needs internal maintenance to function properly, and so does our bodies. So why do we not look at our bodies? Now, I only have one particular product I want to talk about today, but before I get to it, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my number one recommendation for anyone coming to ShopFreeMart for a product, and that is the hydration drops. Because, as I just got through saying, dehydration is so important. Literally, it's deadly. Drinking enough water is essential for your physiological processes such as circulation, metabolism, temperature regulation, and waste removal. And although excessive dehydration is associated with serious health problems, even mild dehydration can cause issues, including headaches, irritability, poor physical performance, and reduced cognitive functioning. In fact, according to the Harvard School of Public Health, more than half of all children and adolescents in the United States are underhydrated, and that could have significant repercussions for their physical health and cognitive and emotional functioning. When we see our children with urine looking like apple juice or even our own, we need to take action to getting it as the medical world describes as straw. Treating your water with hydration drops helps the water to be attracted or pulled into your cells rather than just going around the cells. This treated water encourages the travel of nutrient-rich blood in the body. A body transformed from a dehydrated state to a well-hydrated state comes alive. This is a most economical way that I know that I've come across to help the body strengthen its resistance to diseases and infection. One bottle with its nominal cost treats 198 gallons of water, and that's a 2-ounce bottle. What's good about that? I just recently had to travel across country, and I could take my 2-ounce bottles with me. It's regulated with the airlines. They don't mind the 2-ounce bottles. Now, how many months is that in your household? If your household is drinking 1 gallon a month, and it's only you in the household, there's probably more than a gallon a day. There's probably more than a gallon a day that you're drinking. But if you're only drinking 1 gallon a day, that little bottle will treat 198 gallons, which is over 6 months of utilizing it. Now, most of us, once we get started using it, it treats up to rather than 198, because if you're like me, you use it for your plants. I don't have a pet, but if I had a pet, I would be using it for my animal. I use it for my face, for moisturizer. I just use it for so many things. And quite frankly, if I had an elderly person in senior care, and I mentioned this before, I would do everything I can to get this water into them. Ever notice the strong urine smell often in places of non-ambulatory care patients? Here's a tip. If you think, and you're still sitting back thinking, I don't need that, just introduce the hydration drops to your animals. Introduce it to your plants. And they have innocent and unbiased testimonies of the effects of intracellular nourishment. Just watch how they respond. My number 2 recommendation is nature's natural antibiotic, silver. With the many headlines of warnings of the spread of drug-resistant bacteria, silver is a don't leave home without it product. According to the CDC, when it comes to bacteria, drug-resistant infections affect 2 million people a year in the United States, killing at least 23,000. Again, we have the small 2-ounce bottles, and you can separate that pure silver because it's concentrated. As I do, I put it in another 2-ounce bottle, but what I do is I use my distilled water, treat it with the hydration drops, and I put the silver in it. And I have a special silver bottle that's in my purse at all times. Now, deficiency symptoms, how you know that you need that. Warts, boils, impetigo, candidus, fibromyalgia, athlete's foot, anthrax, infections, influenza, intestinal trouble, shingles, E. coli, colitis, puncture wounds. You can use it for puncture wounds. You can use it for burns. You can use it for nose spray for infection, eye drops for infections. You can use it for sterilizing drinking water. And I read a long time ago in war times, early war times, where the silver in a community was hidden in the water so that they would not be gotten by the enemy. And as a result, they found that the water was sterilized. It was better. Even in milk, you put the silver in milk. So we're talking about something that we could put in our system every day. I do want to mention just very quickly, copper. Excuse me, we do have a pure copper. The copper is an anti-parasite, and that mineral is one that oftentimes we don't think about. The copper has a key role in iron absorption and mobilization. It has been said to kill every known species of parasite to invade the human body. It is also a great way to keep your pets and animals free of parasite infections. Put a little drop of the copper in their water. Again, the hydrated water. Copper products protects us from free radicals. Also serves as a cofactor of a protein in the blood that helps maintain lung tissue and helps prevent emphysema. And that's important. If you look around, there are a lot of folks that are suffering from that. You can be anemic because of a lack of iron, even though you take plenty of iron. you may still be anemic without copper. If there is not enough copper in your diet to work with iron, it cannot properly form hemoglobin. Copper is also involved in the oxidation of vitamin C in the body. Copper oxidizes vitamin C in vegetables and fruits when it comes in contact with them. It's been taught that copper plays a vital role in keeping the elasticity in your skin and arteries. Also, a lack of copper could be responsible for conditions like white or gray hair, excessive wrinkles, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, allergies, hernias, ruptured disc, and many more. Now, I read about that, and with I have another little bottle where I have my distilled water, my hydration drops, and I have a little silver in it, and I have my copper in it. I have added to it in the winter months some fractionated coconut oil. But I have those, that's my mixture, and that is absolutely the base on my skin every day as my moisturizer. And it works well. That's an inexpensive way. I don't have to pay for all that expensive, wonderful sounding moisturizers out there. Excuse me. Now, most of the copper in our bodies is stored in our red blood cells and our liver. It can be found in food sources such as animal organs like beef, liver, and heart, nuts, bitter chocolate, molasses, mushrooms, and dried peas. Now, how do you know that you are copper deficient? Some of the symptoms are parasites in your body, anemia, as we mentioned, white or gray hair, brittle hair, hernias, ruptured discs. We mentioned about the varicose veins, hardening of arteries, baldness, skin eruptions, Kawasaki disease, liver cirrhosis, aneurysms, and hemorrhoids. Now, to get to the main mineral that I wanted to talk about today, or the main product, it's one of those ones that, you know, when you have a lot of children, sometimes the oldest one or some older ones, they kind of get left behind and not thought of as much because the newer ones take up all of your time. And in this family, there's an older one called Siaga. And I'll tell you, for the year that I listened in on these recordings, I used to hear people talking and raving about the Siaga. My goodness, it sounded like a snake oil. It just did this for this person. It did this for that person. It just looked like it covered everything. And I was really just listening because I was already involved in distributing and promoting and using other mineral products from other companies. And I thought, oh, I don't need that. I have this here. I don't need that. I don't have this here. That Ciaga was the one that really did kind of stand out and sounded very interesting. And since that time, the company has put on so many things that stands out that, hey, there's the only thing I could do is use the ShopFreeMart products. But the Ciaga is a ShopFreeMart proprietary extract of 3 herbs, the chaga mushroom, the black cumin seed, and licorice root. All are suspended in kosher vegetable glycerin and water with trace minerals, which include gold, silver, copper, and iodine, and a trace amount of grape alcohol, which preserves all of the natural benefits of the herbs. Now, the chaga mushroom, so named King of Herbs, is also nicknamed mushroom of immortality. The non-toxic chaga mushroom found in Ciaga is wild-crafted and harvested from a pristine forest in northern United States. Like many good things, chaga is extremely rare, impossible to reproduce artificially, and can take up to 30 years to grow in the wilderness. It is one of the most powerful food antioxidants in the world, and it has the highest level of superoxide dismutase that has been detected in any food or herb. Some active components in chaga are chloride, zinc, and beta-glucans. Now, chloride is a very important electrically charged mineral electrolyte that works with other electrolytes such as sodium and potassium to help balance acids and bases in your body. It also helps move fluid in and out of your cells, and that's important. The zinc is essential to human growth, activity of many enzyme systems, and for normal functioning of the immune system. Zinc is key to property T cell and natural killer cell function and proper lymphocyte activity. It may be directly involved in antibody production to help you fight infection. It aids in amino acid metabolism, protein digestion, and energy production, as well as in immune function and in preventing free radical damage. It supports good prostate and productive health in men. It is important for teenagers during sexual development and supports optimum immune function. Common symptoms of zinc deficiency include loss of appetite, impaired senses of smell and taste, growth retardation, delayed wound healing, depression, impaired concentration, nervousness, night blindness, and slowed nail and hair growth. Now, beta-glucans are sugars found in the cell walls of bacteria, fungi, yeast, algae, lichens, and plants. They are sometimes used as medicine for high cholesterol, diabetes, cancer, and HIV/AIDS. Beta-glucans are also used to boost the immune system in people whose body defenses have been weakened by conditions such as chronic fatigue syndrome or physical and emotional stress, or by treatments such as radiation or chemotherapy. For common colds, flu, swine flu, allergies, hepatitis, Lyme disease, asthma, ear infections, aging, colitis, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and multiple sclerosis. The chaga mushroom is also one of the richest sources of natural germanium, a powerful healer as well as pain reliever. One of the reasons is due to the fact that the millions of germanium atoms produce negatively charged ions, and we hear about that in another product. They produce negatively charged ions that have the effect of neutralizing the poisonous positively charged ions that are associated with pain and inflammation. Thus, having germanium in your body could help to protect you from mobile phones, computers, electronic and electrical equipment, chemicals, acid rain, and ultraviolet rays. My goodness, can you begin to see what I've been hearing all those months of all the different ways that this product has helped so many people? Dr. Kazuhiko Asai began researching germanium in 1948, discovering that medicinal plants such as ginseng, aloe vera, comfrey, garlic, and the chaga and shiitake mushrooms contain very high natural concentrations of this rare mineral, leading to speculation that germanium accounted for much of their therapeutic activity. In experimenting, Dr. Asai found it to be effective in treating arthritis, food allergies, elevated cholesterol levels, chronic viral infections, and cancer. Germanium also evidenced impressive activity in helping to control pain. again, as I looked through this, I started seeing symptoms of things that's happening with myself and people around me. In fact, the germanium itself I used with my grandson many years ago when he was a baby, an infant, when he came over to visit and did not have the breathing apparatus that he would normally have because they detected asthma in him. I used the germanium instead of that. The chaga mushroom may help lower high cholesterol, separate sticky blood cells, boost the oxygenation of blood, ease inflammation and soothe arthritis pains, protect the body from oxidative stress, prevent kidney stones caused by oxalates in coffee and tea. It may help maintain acid-alkaline balance. It may reduce high blood pressure, may provide the body with minerals, vitamins, enzymes, and glyconutrients. It may accelerate healing from physical burns and radiation burns, relieve constipation, stabilize blood sugar and reduce triglycerides in diabetics, improve kidney function, improve electrolyte balance, boost cardiovascular performance and physical endurance. It may speed recovery from injury or physical exertion. All of that is with just the chaga mushroom, which is inside of the siaga. Now, also in the siaga is the black cumin seed, which is considered to be one of the greatest healing herbs of all time. This herb has been used for millenniums to strengthen the immune system, cleanse the body, purify the blood, protect against irritants, and support healthy longevity. Used to make medicines for over 2,000 years, it was found, in fact, in the tomb of King Tut, supposedly put there to help him in his afterlife. The prophet Isaiah wrote about it in the Bible, and the prophet Muhammad claimed that it cures everything but death. The seeds have wide therapeutic and significant effects against many ailments such as skin diseases, jaundice, gastrointestinal problems, anorexia, rheumatism, diabetes, hypertension, paralysis, anorexia, I did mention that, asthma, cough, bronchitis, headache, fever, influenza, and eczema, toothache, nasal congestion, intestinal worms, pink eye, digestive tract conditions, respiratory conditions, and many more. In side-by-side tests, black cumin matched or exceeded the effectiveness of ampicillin in defeating gram-positive bacteria. And if you are like me and you raised your children around the time that mine were being raised, that ampicillin was like the staple every time they went to the doctor with any ear infection. In foods, black seed is used as a flavoring or spice. And this may account for why so many say they like the taste of siaga in their water. It does have a pleasant and mild taste. Now, the licorice root. It is an adaptogenic herb used for thousands of years and for dozens of purposes, including improving metabolism and also as a leaky gut remedy. Widely used for centuries in Chinese medicine as an anti-inflammatory herb, it provides adrenal support and has a well-documented reputation for healing ulcers, lowering stomach acid levels, relieving heartburn and indigestion, and acting as a mild laxative. Licorice also appears to enhance immunity by boosting levels of interferon, fighting off attacking viruses. It also contains powerful antioxidants as well as certain estrogens that can perform some of the functions of the body's natural estrogens. Very helpful during the menopause. It has shown anti-allergenic properties that may be very useful for hay fever, allergenic rhinitis, conjunctivitis, and bronchial asthma. It addresses respiratory problems and sore throat. It eases congestion and coughing by helping to loosen and thin mucus in airways, bringing up phlegm and other mucus spikes. The phytoestrogens in licorice have a mild estrogenic effect, which can have a very positive effect on women's health, making this herb potentially useful in easing certain symptoms of PMS, such as irritability, bloating, and breast tenderness. Now, I've read to you many different things that is included in the Ciaga product, and the very different type of elements is there that can help our bodies. So it's clear to me why a multitude of people can use the Ciaga and have so very, very different responses. It's what the body needs. Your body needs one thing, my body needs another. And when introducing these pure herbs, the body takes what it needs and utilizes it. Now, why ShopFreeMart? Because these minerals, there are other companies, many other companies that have minerals. But why would you bother with ShopFreeMart as I have? Why stick with this? There are other companies also that some are selling them, some are introducing them as for helping us with our bodies, and some do both. But what makes ShopFreeMart different? Number one is a fast-growing international company with all the pitfalls and disappointments of network marketing removed. Simply put, no one can get hurt here at ShopFreeMart. This company is bringing integrity back to free enterprise, as our CEO, John Austin, often reminds us. Here, there are attractive products that are eco-friendly, exclusive, state-of-the-art, proven effective, and affordable to the masses. There's no enrollment fee. There's no renewal fee. There's no website fee, and you get multiple sites and landing pages. There's no auto ship purchase. You purchase because you want to, not because you have to. There's no purchase requirement to get paid. Get paid on customer sales. No loss of ranking once received, ever, whether active or inactive. That's unheard of. There's no requirement of out-of-pocket expense to receive products. You can earn the products. There are no required meetings. You can have them. It's wonderful. It's a good thing to do, but there's no requirement. You've been in other companies where they say, well, you don't have this, you ought to have this. There's not those kind of requirements here. There's a simple, uncomplicated, fair compensation plan. There's a simple, no-cost fundraising system. There's free training. There are conference calls. There are free, customized marketing tools. And lastly, with this unique blending of wellness and wealth, the commitment is to empower you with the knowledge and capability of achieving and maximizing optimum life. Now, the next time we come before you, we hope to review some of our other products, such as the Activate, the Vitalize, the Sugar D, the Pure Mag Concentrate, the Pure Gold Concentrate, the Decal Boron, the Immunize, the Healthy Candy, the Nano Cards, the Anti-Radiation Sticker, the Gold Shield EMR Protection, the Enviro Shave and shower gel, the Enviro all-purpose cleanser, the Pure Dime, the mineralizer, and perhaps even products such as the Living Minerals if it's available. Wow! This company is loaded and is constantly loading. On top of all that, we have Dr. Awitan's ebook, 2000diseases.com. That's 2000diseases.com. And Dr. Stan Harris's, a.k.a. Dr. Breakthrough, we have his 21-day breakthrough challenge, a new approach to your breakthrough called micro-coaching. ShopFreeMart is loaded, and still loading. The many ShopFreeMart products are here to help fortify your body to better fight in this war rather than succumbing to weakness. So why don't you just share the love by sharing the ShopFreeMart story with others and watch the love come back to you as you see their life improve and your finances gain. And with that, I'll turn it over to you, Dick. I'd love to hear some of the testimonies from the people who've used Ciaga and the other products and some of the new products and how they are faring with it. Also, those folks that went to Branson, I was unable to be in Branson. I was in L.A. at the same time. I was unable to be there, but my goodness, everything I've heard so far is so exciting that I definitely hope nothing gets in my way, that I'll miss it the next time we come together. So with that, Dick, I'm going to turn it over to you and all those folks who want to jump in with their comments and testimonies.
Okay, Elaine, thank you for all of that information. You definitely have covered some products here that we haven't covered routinely. You know, the Ciaga, the copper, just wonderful products that within our whole scope of product range that we have here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dick, this is Tom in Louisiana. Yeah, last week I was on your call, and I was sick and my voice was just about gone. I'd been taking the Ciaga and the immunizing, and I'm just about well from that. And also the products we have now are great. And the fact that what got me so excited is the fact that we have all kinds, even a lot more great products coming. My sponsor, who happened to be John Austin, told me we're going to have all kinds of great products and services in time.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Tom.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Tom.
Next caller.
Hey, Dick and Elaine, how you doing today? Can you hear me okay?
Hey.
We can hear you fine. Go right ahead.
Okay, this is CJ calling, and I was listening into the call, and what a wonderful informational call, Elaine, and just appreciate all you're sharing with us. I was taking notes. I'm going to be using all that information to share with my people. Don't want to give a testimony on the Ciaga as much as I want on the other product that you highlighted. One of the other products you highlighted, the silver, the nano silver. Because what I found even in Branson, a lot of people are always asking, can you use that product internally? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. You can use it internally, externally, wherever you want to. And my testimony is that that was one of the products that attracted me to ShopFreeMart. And because I knew about the colloidal silver, I had used that in the past and for many years and had great results with it. When I found out the nano silver, the ShopFreeMart silver was like colloidal silver on steroids, that really got me excited, okay? So I've used that product on my kids, my grandkids, and for me personally, I woke up one day with my eye was closed together, it was crusted, and I didn't know if it was pink eye or just an infection or whatever. I had a lot of people tell me, go do this, go do that, go to the doctor, go to Walmart, get this homemade remedy, all this. I said, hey, just a minute here. I have my nano silver. I'm going to just use that. And I'm telling you, I mean, after 2 days of using that nano silver in my eye, all the swelling went away, the crustiness went away. The redness went away, and I was able to see properly. I used it. I used it like 3 times a day. Just kept spinning in my eye, and again, no side effects, nothing like that. And my that infection or whatever it was went away within a day and a half, almost 2 days. It was done. So yeah, if any of you have not tried the Nano Silver, make sure put that on your list and get it today, because that is an awesome product. So I just wanted to share my testimony about that with you guys today. And again, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you,
Thank
CJ.
you. Yes, and I just have to say yes, 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 yes. Everything you said about that silver, my goodness, for years it has worked. It has worked. Thank you.